welcome back to the channel. We're doing Euro Truck Simulator 2, episode 10. Let's see what we can get into here. We're level 7 now. Let's see what kind of load we can pick up. I went and downloaded a map of Europe because a lot of the places I don't know where the hell we're going, and it's kind of stupid not to know what country you're going to, from one country to the other, and what places you're passing through without really knowing the names. But we have here the names, but when we're in the process of them, we don't really know in some cases. So that way, if I look at the map, I can always say, oh yeah, we've gone through this one, we've gone through that. All right, so this is 20K. How many? Nuremberg, which is in Germany, all the way up to Sweden. Malmo, Sweden. All right, let's, how many miles is that? 822 kilometers, so I'm not sure. That might be too much. We already did a yacht to Paris. We already did that one. Let's see what else they got, if they got anything different. Because I'm running out of time. I had to pay some bills and some other crap, so. Alright, so this one is from Austria to Hungary. And that one is 652 kilometers. I bet we do that one, and that one is Hungary, Budapest in Hungary. It's a pressure tank, 12 foot. Those are pretty easy to move, actually. So we'll take that one. Let me write it down so I remember. Pressure tank. We're going from Austria to Budapest, Hungary. Yep, nice. All right, let's rock and roll. We're in a different truck. Yeah, that's a pressure tank. It's not a big move, not a big load or anything. Let's get the lights on. There we go. 653 kilometers. That's not bad. I'm not sure how we get out of this frickin' place because they're not really giving us a waypoint. I'm going to assume we're going to follow this dirt path and it'll probably lead us to an exit, maybe. No, this is taking us further in. I think we needed to go okay, so it's a real bear just trying to figure out how to get out of this place. I think we're supposed to go down this way. Yes, down that way, and then you're going to go kind of... looks like you kind of make a right at the end. You can get lost in this place if you're not careful. Yeah, this is the way in, so we're going to go out this way. I guess not. Holy fuck, how did... So you're supposed to drive all the way around, I guess? So that's got to be the entrance, and you have to go out the exit. I'm just freaking guessing here. This is just ridiculous. It's just 5 minutes of me just getting out of this fucking place. So maybe we got to go up and around. I don't know. We're getting the trailer hung up because I've had to make 2 U-turns already in this freaking parking lot. So maybe up and around. I almost clipped that trailer. I know I'd like to get this trip on the road here. Certainly be nice. This is the most confusing thing I've ever encountered. This has got to be it right here. I think it is. Possibly. Yes, it is. Thank freaking God. This is just, like, frustrating me. We're in the middle of the freaking dark, and middle of the night. It's so dark. And that dollar symbol is the pound for Europe. It's not the... from what I saw, I was looking it up because I was thinking it was a euro dollar. No, it's the British pound, I believe. Oh my God, I almost hit that fence. You can tell this is going to be a doozy. Just by the first 5 minutes. Alright, we need to get in the cab here. Alright. Oh, we're almost out of fuel too. Wonderful. We'll try to get this son of a bitch delivered without having to arrest him, but if we have to, we will do it. Not sure when they're expecting it. I didn't write that thing down, but I wrote where we're going. Austria to Budapest in Hungary. I'd like to take that. I would have taken that other one, but I ran late on other things. I got, you know, things I got to get done by a certain time, so the gameplay has to be done by a certain time and all of that. I can be editing and all that stuff a little bit later. I was going to take this day off from all that stuff, but I don't know. I actually like doing this a lot, so I was like, ah, screw it. I'm gonna put something out there, get something done. What the hell? Oh yeah, you're gonna get me, aren't you? We're gonna start taking that function off because I'm losing too much money. We're gonna be Dukes of Hazzard in this crap. But we're plugging away at it pretty decent. Episode 10. I'm not sure how many points we have to go from 7 to 8, but I believe, if I remember right, it was not too far away from level 8. Not that it really matters. It's like we're so far, in my opinion, from being able to buy a serviceable truck. I'm thinking at least 200,000 to 300,000, and then we'll look at a truck. So kind of double what we got now, or triple that. But anyhow, we're plugging away at it. We're at 3:45 a.m., so we should be getting some daylight soon. And this should take us up over 100,000 pounds of money. Hell, I think it was 15,000, for this load. The one for 20 was a long trip, but a couple hundred kilometers makes a difference. If we're doing a weekend run where I don't have any, anything I got to think about as far as time constraints, yeah, I would have jumped at that. But when I'm doing them during the week, I kind of have to be somewhat conservative as far as the mileage or kilometer run that we get, because I have to I got to do the video, I got to edit it, put my intro in and things of that nature, and that takes a little bit of time. I'm constantly having to run between one level of the house to the other, back and forth, checking the progress of it, and then once it's all done, I then can upload it and schedule it to YouTube. Things are a little bit quicker since I have cleaned up my video editing thing. I had so many videos that were on there that we had finished, completed, uploaded, you name it, it's all done. It's like, well, why am I keeping this on here? It's slowing the program down so much. It was taking almost 45 minutes to an hour to process and finish a video that's 45 minutes, 50 minutes or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, clean that up, get rid of all that stuff, and it now will process it pretty quickly. So it's awesome. I should have had my directional. Ooh, I almost clipped that sign. They make it so narrow anyway. I'm surprised more of that doesn't happen. Clipping signs, taking them down, whatever. Just doing some decorating as you're driving, typical stuff. But when they make everything so narrow and you've got a truck that's coming along, like the truck can't follow the trailer can't follow the same path as the truck. It can't weave in and out of traffic. It's going to, like, on turns like this, if they're really narrow and sharp, the trailer is going to cut over to that left lane a lot of times. Yeah, we're cutting over to the left here. Yeah, this one's not so bad now. At first I was like wondering, because I'm in the middle of the dark and we're in this quarry or something, and it's nice, but how the hell do you get out? A burning question. That was a learning experience. We were going the wrong way. We'll have to get some petrol, as they call it over there. This guy will let me get it going here. Finally decided to. I think we'll pull into this station here and we'll fill up. Looks like a reasonable enough place. It's also got a rest area in there, but we just need to fill it up. That's all we need. Alright, we're gonna shut the rig off so we can fill it up. Alright, let's get back on the road. It's amazing, when I pulled up there was nobody filling up. Now all of a sudden it looks like you've got a whole convoy of people wanting to fill up right there. I guess we're going. I looked, I don't recall seeing anybody, but it was just weird. I should have put myself back in the cab. I probably had a better view with the side mirrors than I would have with that overhead bullcrap, But anyhow, we're back on the road again. Got 500 and something miles. 500 and something kilometers to go. Now we're getting to see some pretty cool scenery with the sunrise coming up. Might be blinding in a few angles, but it should be like that for a couple minutes, and after that it'll be fine. There, we set the cruise up 78 kilometers because I don't need any more tickets. Yeah, we'll do. This will be the last episode of Euro this week, unless I decide to do something over the weekend. But we'll see. Like I said, I've got so much more built into the ATS one that I kind of enjoy that one a little bit more. This one is starting to get there for me. I'm just not a fan of the narrow ass roads that are in this, but like I said, I think when we start getting our character built up and his reputation a little more sounder, the loads will be a little easier. They'll be a little less complicated. It seems like that's the way it was in American Truck Simulator. The more I did, the less screw-ups there was, because I don't know, it just seemed like they planted obstacles when you first start playing it. You know, you get into stupid random ass type accidents and none of it made any sense. Yeah, I did end up starting the GTA, the Ballad of the Gay Tony. That one, the first one. By the time this airs, that will have aired. So far, so good on that one. I thought with all the club music I'd have issues, but it seemed to have gone through. I think that the music is stuff they created and is part of the game, at least in that particular scenario. So we'll try to pump out maybe an episode a week or so, and then I'm going to put some more GTA 5 stuff out in addition to American Truck Simulator, my normal 2 episodes that I normally put. It's either I put a couple episodes up or we stream, and sometimes put a couple episodes and then still stream. But the problem with the streaming thing is it's just not anybody's watching those. And I think after they air, they have a hard time finding them. So I might end up downloading my recent ATS that I did from Friday last week. And, you know, I'll edit it, put my intro in it, and I'll upload it as an episode or something, because it's just not getting any views. Because the live stuff's on a different section of YouTube than the recorded side, and I think that's why people have a hard time finding it. It's no fault of anybody. If they, you know, they jump in there and they want to find something to watch, it should be easy for them to find. And also, I think at that end of that video, that live video, we lost connection with YouTube at the end. And the end, I think the end was kind of abrupt. I might end up writing something at the end if I edit it, say it was ended because of lost connection or something, so people understand why it ended the way it did. And we'll get that repackaged and thrown back out there if I'm able to download it. Sometimes YouTube is funny about that stuff. It's my video. Twitch, they don't have any problem at all. You can download your stuff that you do on Twitch, and you have access to it. You know, you only have access to it for a short time if you're not a very watched person, very new or what have you. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll get that repackaged and probably say ATS live, and I'll put the date that it was live, and then people will be able to find it easier. Yeah, that one looks like an hour and a half, I think. I'd like to do more of them, but like I said, it's until we get bigger following, there's no point. Unless I just feel like doing it. Like my GTA Online stuff never gets any views. Unless I record it. Now here's the caveat to that. If I record it, you know, like an hour 40 or a 45-minute gameplay of me GTA Online, and then I upload it and schedule it, it gets views. But if I do a GTA Online and it's actually live while I'm doing it, it doesn't get any views. Because like I say, it's in a separate section of YouTube, and people don't know where to look for it, so it doesn't get any views. Which is fine. I mean, you know, the GTA stuff is not for everybody. It's definitely not for kids, obviously. These videos for truck are, kids can watch them. They just got to watch out, because I have a tendency to cuss when I get pissed off. It's just how I talk. I get very frustrated sometimes, pretty damn quickly, and I'll fly off the damn handle, and 5 minutes later I'll be fine. But it's pretty entertaining. I mean, that's it's one thing. If nothing else, the gameplay will probably people tune in just to see how quickly I'll get pissed off at something. Gotta be hope for something, right? But anyway, I really like the countryside in this game. Amazing thing is I think we're going into like 2 or 3 different countries, which is something that you don't see in American Truck Simulator. I think that's the one thing that differentiates the two. Is in American Truck Simulator, you're just going into the American states. Although America is pretty goddamn vast, so let's face it, it's unless you live in the northern part or the southern part where you could go into Mexico, northern part Canada, you know, you're not in any proximity of going into another country. But in Europe, I mean, you're a couple hours from almost anywhere, depending on where you are. So that's pretty cool. Just saying. Right now, I think the big thing with this game is, for me, or my character, whatever, is to just turn and burn and make money. We can bank enough money, we can buy a truck, buy something that we like, we can make it our own. Not that there's a great... Oh, we're in Vienna. Nice. We discovered it too, so we're like Columbus. We're discovering all kinds of shit today. Alright, I gotta slow down. 50k through here, or 50 kilometers through here. Yeah, and we can't really do any of those whatever the hell those things they have in American. I don't know if they have them here or not. Until we get our own truck, we really won't be able to discover that stuff. You have to keep in mind too, this is a very new game. I've had it just barely a month, so we're on episode 10 of it. So you're talking, I might have 8 hours invested in this game right now. So we're getting there. Once we get a truck, and like I say, it's probably at least another 100,000 pounds before that'll happen, at the least. Is we got to have something that can at least be serviceable for most loads. We also have to have enough money to be able to maintain the truck. And also, you got tolls and stuff that you have to pay for once you're once you have your own truck, that's not a company thing anymore. So that's up to you. You know, kind of right now with gas, the diesel, they pay for that because we're only we're doing driving for other companies, so they're footing the bill for their fuel, tolls. The only thing they're not footing the bill for is if I drive too fast. That comes out of my pocket. So yeah, fun times. We'll have a truck though. We definitely will, and it's just I want to wait for the right time. You know, it's important to have a good amount of money stored because you don't want to be cash poor all the time. I mean, you ever hear the term house poor? Or whatever the hell it is. You buy a house and you're poor because all your money goes into the house and you can't really afford to do anything. You can barely afford electric. Well, that's kind of what would happen if you bought a truck when you just barely had the money for it. You'd be able to sit there and admire it, but you wouldn't be able to make any money with it because probably very limited in what you could do with it. So we'll wait until we can find something that's reasonable. I like the Mercedes looks of those trucks. I'm not a big fan of the brand in general, but they are very popular in Europe. And the Europeans love Mercedes and Audis and all of those things. But I don't know what other brands they have for trucks. I know they got Mercedes. That's the one brand that I'm familiar with. I think they got a Fiat one, but I don't know what designation that one uses. But anyway, we're less than 300 kilometers now, so we're doing good. I think we'll be able to get this freaking stuff delivered before this dude needs to take his dirt nap for the night. Looks like noon is when this thing will be delivered. That's if he doesn't need a nap. But 4 hours and something, we should be able to get him finished with that. Let's get our kilometers per hour down to at least right there. We can set cruise on it. They're not letting me go. Now they are finally. Son of a bitch, I wish I hadn't set cruise up. The minute I set it up, then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta pass these people, I'm going slow. Now I gotta get back up to speed. And I think they want me in this lane by the looks of it, this right lane up here. So we're gonna shimmy over there. And then I'm gonna get the cruise set again. They gotta love all that wind power. We're now stuck with that stupid stuff in the States now, and it just doesn't do the job as good old-fashioned nuclear or you know, the water power stations and stuff like that. I don't care, you know, the environmentalists, they love that stuff, but I just, the amount of cost invested into doing that, and it's actually dangerous to the environment because of all the parts, and they burn up sometimes. So whatever. I guess they look good. Maybe they could put little decorations on them or something, make them look like super tall trees. Pretty handy when I got the cruise set, because if I need to drink something or do something else, I'm not beholden to this controller. I could get out of it if I need to, so you just hit the brake and it cancels out the cruise. We should be pretty good on this one. Somewhat flawless. I wish this stupid car next to me would just move its ass out of the way. Yeah, go a little bit faster. You don't sit there and travel alongside a truck. It's the dumbest move you can make. Some people are just idiots, you know. Yeah, this fool's going to be in front of me now, and you watch. He's going to start slowing down. Oh no, he's going right, but he's going to go, whoa. I almost missed that. Damn, I was freaking lucky. Freaking lucky that that little painted thingamabob is there, because that's how I was able to sneak over. Kind of lucked out on that one. Been testing my freaking luck, I can tell you. Just glance over for 1 second and you could lose the turn or whatever it is you're doing. Doesn't take much. That's why I keep glancing down at the GPS down there. I want to see what's coming up, you know, so I have an idea. But even doing that, you can screw up, just like I just showed you. Lucky I recovered. I just noticed that guy's turning, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be turning. I'm supposed to be going over there. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh my gosh. Now I know why he slowed down, because it was down to 50 kilometers and I didn't know that. I was like, why is he slamming on the brakes? I still got a freaking ticket. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I'm going to take that stupid bullshit off because I'm sick and tired of it already. We're losing money just left and right. 152 kilometers. How many more tickets are we going to get between now and the end of this delivery? I'm going to be owing all this money to the countries, all these countries that I probably would get arrested if I don't pay them. Oh, we're back up to 80 now? What a joke. That one little section was 50. And you got me at 54 kilometers. You got me 4 over. Oh well, I'm glad you have a good day. Somebody in your freaking county or your little state will be able to buy a boat now because they got me. It is beautiful countryside for, I mean, they spent some time doing this game for sure because it looks awesome. I mean, ATS has taken quite a few years to get where they have gotten, and they're going to be adding Texas shortly. Not sure when. I would say, if not this year, certainly the early part of next year. 22. I mean, I thought I set the stupid cruise on this thing. Apparently I didn't. It's kind of hard to do on a turn here. Well, am I going to make it happen? I think we made it happen that time. Yeah, my dude's almost ready to sleep, but it doesn't matter because once we deliver the load, it resets everything for him, so we'll be fine. There's no reason he can't go another 100 and a little over 100 kilometers, so we'll be good. See, he's definitely not obeying the speed limit because he's passing me. I'm going 1 over. And he's passing me, so where's his ticket? Just saying. Yeah, we're at 70 for speed limit, but I don't care. I want to pass this guy. I know we're on a hill, so... Oh, we're back up to 80 again? Yeah, we're going to run the rest of this out. Get her done. Jeez, how come it gets up there so quickly? I'm at 80 1 second, and the next second I'm at 88. It's like, geez, that's just strange. This is kind of the reason I set the cruise all the time, because of that reason. It's just so quickly gets out of hand. And that's why you get speeding tickets so easily. Well, at least this episode, well, 70 something more to go, so far has not rained, which is nice. I don't mind the rain, but sometimes it's just, we had too much of it before. Didn't have it at all for 50 something episodes over in American Truck, and then all of a sudden I went in the settings and see that there is rain in there. I'm like, well, why didn't I have this turned on? Well, the default setting had it completely off. I guess as you start out, I think it's completely off. I changed that. Yeah, we're almost there. I think the way they design their interstate systems over there, if you look at it, and I think some big cities like Los Angeles has some setups like this, where they don't want all the noise from the road coming in, so they put all these sound barriers up. I think that's what those are. Nice little I don't know, is that a bay or something? We got a loop-de-loop by the looks of it coming up, so I got to be very attentive and not start ratchet jawing about some other games I'm doing and all of that crap, and just focus so I don't screw up. This episode's looking at, could it be a 45-50 minute tops? And if I screw up and go off course, we're adding another 10 minutes unnecessarily for that. And I don't want to do that, because we're at 30 minutes, 30 kilometers left. So right up over this little ridge here, I think, is our turn. No, wrong, that one, yeah. That's the bugger. This one's a little more reasonable as far as the width goes. Some of these things are barely able to get the truck through it without hitting the frickin' guardrails and stuff. Not sure which lane we want to be in, so I'll just stick with this one for now. As the closer we get, we'll find out. It'll let us know. Oh yeah, we're at that point. He's tired, but guess what? We're almost finished with this load. There's no point in resting him and prolonging the trip when there's just a handful of miles to go. I said miles again, didn't I? Kilometers. Looks like it's on the left, but oh cripers. Again? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're shutting that off because it's ridiculous. I think it's on the right, but or left, but I can't tell. But all the writing and everything that we need to see where the trip is supposed to go is covered. So I can't really tell. I think we're in the right lane. I think it. I think the intention was we were supposed to be in the right lane, and we were supposed to scoot over to this one. Yeah, I think we're in the right one. Hard to say when they post writing over everything that you need to see. Yeah, he's going to yawn a couple more times. Well, we'll get him in there before he turns red. If he turns red, that's where they start panicking. Because it's like, oh my god, he needs to rest. I might shut that stupid function off too, because it's a real pain, because you just want to get deliveries done. And it's a hindrance. In real life, they got to watch out for that. But why can't you, if you're RPing as a trucker, you're role-playing and simulating trucking life, you can go with the assumption that he's resting when he needs to. Like, well, what do you know? It's one way to do it. All right, we should be getting, because I think we're at the turn to deliver this trip here, or deliver this load, whatever the hell it is, the pressure tank. Take care of old Yanni here. Look how narrow that little entrance is. That's like a cat's whisker. That's what I think. If they want us to pull it in straight ahead, we'll be able to do that. At least we get 15 experience points for that, because I was able to swing it wide. All right, we got that one done. Not bad. Proficiency bonus. We're now level 8 going on to 9. So we're about halfway done. Not halfway done. We're halfway between 8 and 9. We got, let's do fragile. Well, we'll get at least one on this stupid eco-driving BS. We'll get one on that one, apply it. And then we'll start doing 2, 2, 2 down the line. And then once we fill that up, we're going to move our way further over and add more points down the line. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, thumbs up, you know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.